I came to have the ayahuasca experience because my life had gradually over many years become less social, more social isolation. Kind of a problem I've had all my life, but when I was young and dashing, it was much easier to get along. And I really wanted to just love more in my life. I mean, I've been to Esalen Institute, I've been in an ashram for 7 weeks in India. I went to see Ram Dass in Hawaii, and a lot of other things, you know, looking for a way to open my mind up and open my heart up. And there's just nothing compared to this. I mean, this is just a 10-day experience, and I really feel strongly that it's made a change, and one that's very positive and one that I wanted and looked for. At one point in one of the experiences, it's like my mind reviewed the history of the world, the civilizations in that, and I became aware of how we mess things up and how civilization has always messed things up. You know, the kingdoms and the Rome, and just within a very short period of time I reviewed all that stuff with a very, very detailed understanding of how that works. And in my own life, reviewing that, to actually understand that compassion and mercy and kindness it's an actual rule of life. I mean, it's not a optional thing if you want to be open and loving and live. That's the way. I mean, it's really a fact. No matter how many years you spend, or I spent, trying to wonder about it or not practice it, I see it so clearly now. And I want more. As near as I can figure out, there's at least 3,000 or 4,000 years of history of ayahuasca based on some historical records of rock paintings and some reported history. That's a long time. I mean, that's long enough, and probably it's much longer than that. And how did they find ayahuasca to begin with? You know, ayahuasca is a single vine, and the usual plant that they mix with it, chacruna, is what generally comprises the ayahuasca drink. But those are 2 plants out of 80,000 or more, probably many more plants than that in the Amazon. How did they discover something like that? There has to be some, you know, they say the plants talk to them or communicate with them. And there has to be something like that, you know, some direct experience of consciousness that gives this knowledge. To think of it in terms of accidental or by chance, and then to prepare it, that's another process. I don't think it could be that way. Absolutely, it has a place, especially my country's America, where people's minds are all focused on consumerism and materialism and the rat race, just getting by, this incredible busyness that has no real heartful purpose to it. It's like they're being led by forces of greed that you know, you have to liberate yourself from that. And I think ayahuasca could be very helpful in doing that. And I can see where it would be a huge threat to big pharma, and big business would be very threatened by something that would make people want to maybe work less, have less material possessions, and live life more abundantly. I don't think you can just suddenly, you know, have this in society and that everyone's going to participate. I don't think so. But gradually, people will probably catch on. When they see their neighbor come back from one of these experiences, and a person that they knew is, you know, maybe caught up in the rat race and had some neuroticism and that sort of thing, and they see them come back and they've slowed down and they're kind and loving and are able to make some meaningful changes in their life, then they're going to see the value in it. And then they may see the value in, well, it's not all easy, but this is a worthwhile process. I would certainly recommend the Temple of the Way of Light. I mean, because it really seems straightforward, honest. There's no tricks here. There's nothing that I found out after I got here that I didn't know in advance, at least of any meaningfulness. So, yeah, you know, check out the website. It's Temple of the Way of Light. It's a very good website. It's very comprehensive. There's a lot of information on it.
Great.